Hello and welcome to Seaview Tech Tips. In today's video I will show you how to join a meeting, how to interact with the meeting using the chat feature, the note-taking feature, polling feature, and how to share your screen in a meeting. So the first thing we need to do is join our meeting. As we can see here, we've got a meeting with Mr. Stapleton at 11:05. So we can click join. It also brings up a notification about 10 minutes before the meeting in the bottom right corner as well. So we can click join. And it'll open up this window here. We can close those. As we can see at the moment, you can see me and my microphone is currently muted, but my camera is not. That's how we need to start our meeting. So always make sure your microphone's muted. It'll show up as red. So now it's unmuted and muted. And now we can click join meeting. So if we give it a moment. So as we can see, the meeting's now started and we can see Mr. Stapleton there holding his iced coffee, and you can see me down in the bottom right. It's already opened up the chat feature on the right hand side, but if that doesn't show up for you, you click the little chat bubble here, and as we can see, it toggles it on and off, and everyone in the room, or in the meeting, sorry, can see this chat here. So it says send to everyone. You can send direct messages just to your teachers, and then we can reply here, and you click enter to send. And yes, teachers may disable the chat at times. Another feature is being able to raise your digital hand. So if you have the participants menu up here, if you don't see that, you click on this button here. It's called participants. And if we go over our own name, we can see that there's a little hand icon. If we tap on that, it will say raise hand. The teacher hosting the meeting will be able to see that you've raised your hand, and then ask you a question. And when you're ready to talk, you can unmute your microphone. And again, when you finish, make sure you mute your microphone afterwards. And we can also, if we decide we don't want a hand up anymore, we tap on that and it lowers our hand. The next feature we're going to do is the note-taking feature. So if we click on this button here, we can see the participants in the current meeting. And we click on this button here to take notes. So if we tap that there, we get a notes feature here. You can type any notes from the meeting in there, and you can save them as a Word document to your desktop afterwards to view your notes. The next feature we're going to look at is the polling feature. So at any time a teacher can create a poll. As we can see here, it automatically comes up and you can answer right here. So you can click great and submit, and then your teacher can see the results of that. The next feature we're going to look at is unmuting and muting your camera and microphone. So at all times when you're not asked to talk, make sure your microphone is on mute. But if you're asked to talk, you tap on that and now your teacher can hear you. So it makes it black when people can hear you. And if we tap on that again, the microphone's now muted. For any reason you need to mute your video feed as well, you can tap that button there and it turns off your camera. And if you tap it, it brings it back as well. The last feature will be screen sharing. So if we click this button here, it says share content. We can open up and we want to tap screen here and it says share. So now as we can see, it says to come up at the top, you're sharing your screen. You can unmute your microphone from here and everyone can currently see what's on your screen. If you also need to annotate anything as well, you can draw on the screen as well by clicking the annotate button, and then there we go, we can draw on the screen and everyone can see that. When we're finished sharing our screen, we move our mouse to the top and it'll bring down this little menu here, and we push stop sharing, and now it takes us back to the video feed where we can see our chat and so on. So that's the basics to a WebEx meeting on a Windows and Mac device. When we're finished our meeting, we can click this red X button down here and it'll end the meeting, and it will say do you want to leave. You can also save meeting files, so this includes the chat and the poll results and any notes that you've taken. So we can leave meeting and that'll take us back to the WebEx dashboard. So that's the basics of having a meeting in WebEx. Thank you for watching and stay safe.